Okay, so case study number 2, we have Harry, who's a 65-year-old male. The main goal of the program is to increase his functional strength, reduce his blood pressure hopefully, and increase his aerobic capacity. So we're looking for a good functional program to increase all of those areas and to improve his general way of life. The main things we've got to look out for is joint pain, especially felt in the lower limbs, limited hip flexibility, and it's also a diabetic as well. So the exercise order has to be assessed probably gradually each week, just to see if the pain level is okay, as in the sitting and standing, so that he's not on his feet too long. Maybe has some comfort, as in a mat under some exercises while he's standing. Okay, so we're going to look for a warm-up that is low impact, so we'd probably look at a cross trainer for say 5 to 7 minutes, increase the speed gradually so he has a good warm-up at a low impact level. We'd probably look at some mobility work as well, just to get used to and get some arm swings, some knee lifts in there, maybe on the step, and some pre-exercise stretching as well. We could even use a foam roller as well. So the first part of the strength would be a low level and a low impact squat. So we'd probably use a nice soft surface, so it's a functional movement as well as a low impact movement. So we just do a squat, which obviously is on the fit ball. So we've also got a cushion to guide us through that and also provide that functional strength through his lower body. All right, so we'd have the back onto the ball, come down into that squat position, just as far as he can go down. So if his limited flexibility, which he has, and the pain, it might be that far down, and that hopefully will increase as we go. So I'll just get Kelly to go through that movement. So again, we're performing that on the mat, just to add and take off a little bit of stress on the feet and the lower limbs. So we're really looking for, as we come up again, we're looking for the knees to be in line or behind the toes. So there's no stress going through the patella, so nice and straight down, no folding from the lumbar spine and the upper torso. Again, if the range of movement is only a little bit, that's fine. Up we come again, one more to go. And hopefully that range of movement increases as the strength increases through the lower body. So the fit ball is a good tool for that. That's the first one we go for the lower body. Now for upper body conditioning, we'd go for either a dumbbell or a barbell deadlift, which will strengthen posterior lower back, it'll strengthen the glute area and the hamstrings as well. So with the deadlift, we're looking for a light resistance to start off. We're looking for an increased range of movement as we go and progress that weekly as well with load. So just Kelly with this showing, just look for a neutral spine, straight back, weight close to the body as we can, and a good hip hinge forward. So just nice and slow, looking for that deadlift. Again, probably go to about shin height, and as the range of movement and flexibility increases, so a good hip hinge forward. And we're carrying a bit of load obviously through the posterior chain. So one more to go. Nice deadlift down, just like you're picking up 2 shopping bags. As the weight comes up, hinge forward, and we're carrying the weight posteriorly. From there, we'd go to recumbent bike. So we're trying to get that sitting, standing sort of routine where the pain isn't felt from standing through the whole program. So with the gym being a bit busy at the moment, we have recumbent bikes in the gym. So obviously that gives us a nice back support. Maybe 10 to 15 minutes to increase the aerobic capacity there. We go for a random program with a distance focus, maybe alternating resistance levels as we're seated. We can monitor heart rate as we go, probably looking for a 70-75% max and increasing that energy level as we go as well. We could also include the ergo as well, the upper body row. Again, so we're in that seated position, so we're not standing all the way through. We can do the sit and stand interval, 30 seconds up, 30 seconds down. So we're also getting that functional lift going up and down at a moderate speed and resistance. Some more strength exercises. Now we can ideally go on the cable setup or a seated row on a machine. So a compound row would be just a static hold. We don't need to go too far into a squat, and it's just off obviously an upper body exercise, rowing back from resistance, squeezing the shoulder blades back, and coming forward. So that rowing movement, a good functional compound exercise. I'll just get Kelly to show that again. So we just hold a slight squat. If Harry can hold that slight squat for the whole endurance, so maybe a little bit closer. That resistance band's probably a little bit too harsh. So we're looking for coming all the way back, squeezing the shoulder blades back, probably moving all the way to the forward, a lighter resistance there. So all we're looking for is really a good range of movement. We're looking for shoulder blades coming nice and close together, holding that row. Again, we can do that on a cable or a compound row set up on a machine, so that's obviously a safe exercise to do. We can balance that up with a cable chest press or a seated chest press. So again, we've gone from a standing to a seated position. Now we haven't got a chest press in here, but obviously a seated chest press in the gym would be just a pushing movement, like so, to increase strength through the anterior region. We obviously train the posterior through the row. Another aerobic exercise we can add would be the actual rower. Speed and time focus. Obviously, if there's any hip pain felt from the hip flexion of the movement, stop. But we're looking for maybe a 1500 metre goal. We can increase that obviously from 5,000 to 1500. From the end, we can cool down as well through some core exercises to strengthen the core area. And obviously, we're looking for some balance challenges as well. So the first one we can go would be a Swiss ball march. So shoulder width apart, we're looking for balance and functional strength through lateral and through the lower back. So raising one, raising two, holding, dropping down. The fit ball is working to add that instability challenge. And obviously the time that the hold is the key and the focus. So just an alternating fit ball march. Kelly, if you just demonstrate the next two exercises. So if we just go for march and we can just go for time, maybe 2 sets, 30 seconds. We can change, obviously, left to right. We can do one side, left and left for the legs and the arms on once. Just alternating, just trying to get some functional strength through the core area and balance. So once we've done 2 sets, 30 seconds, we can then move into some seated figure eights on the ball as well. So then we're working movement as well through the same area, but we're probably bringing a little bit more range of movement emphasis, just a seated figure eight there. So balance, core stability challenge. So then we would finish off maybe some cool down on the treadmill, just a nice easy walk. We can look at some gait analysis as well, just to see that the muscles are working, coordination, balance-wise, and maybe stretch at the end for a full 5 minutes, full body. And that would be the program for that one.